Well, the storm's coming. I'm trying again to get my seafood chowder that I wanted from last night that I wasn't able to get at. But look at this is low tide. I was so confused. Which just shows me that how drastic is high tide. Wow. So this is my seafood chowder, which has a little bit of everything in it. It has salmon, smoked haddock, prawns, mussels, and yeah. And then we have some fresh baked wheaten bread, and I have Jersey butter with it too. All right, here we go. I can smell the smoked part of it. Oh, so hot. It's so hot. All I smell is the smoke part. So, what the issue is, there's too much smoke. And the creamy part of it, I don't know, it's missing something. You know, I always feel bad when I have a bad meal. Because it's not the wait, it's not the waiter's fault. Gave him a decent tip, but I realized what it was as I took all the bites. That chowder, it was more like a split pea soup is what it was, and then they just threw in a bunch of seafood. So it just kind of didn't, I don't know, it wasn't good. The bread was not to my liking either, but hey, you win some, you lose some. It's only because when I was in Dublin, similar region, that I had this beautiful mussel haddock chowder, and it was out of this world. So now I'm trying to replicate it. It hasn't happened yet. So, I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's these clouds moving in. And there is rain coming. I'm waiting for it. But now we're going to just kind of roll the dice. And we're going to see if we can get over to this fortress over here. Now, the tricky thing is tides. If you've ever been in this part of the world, you realize that you can only get to some places when it's low tide, like what we're going to try to do right now. And then there's a lighthouse I want to see down over that way. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to try. So I was just like, hey, I'll just take the stairs down, right? I don't know if you can see these stairs. They're a little bit steep, and they actually go into a bunch of water. So what I need to do, if we're going to make this happen, which I don't know if it's going to be made happen, is I have to go down this way and then across to over there. This might happen. God, it looks so inviting. All right, I found another way down. So we are on Jenny's Slip right now, part of the swim group here. So what it was who it was dedicated to. So we're going to go down, and we're just going to have to watch the tide very, very carefully. But I think it would be cool to go stand up there. And then I'm also watching the storm. So we have a storm and a tide issue. Challenge accepted? Yeah, of course it is. Let's go. I can't say I've ever done this before. Like walk somewhere at low tide that you can't get to when at high tide. But I will say this has been on my bucket list for a while now. Like stuff like this, because when I was in, it's like, I forget what it's called in France, where that church is that they built, but you only can get to it during low tide. So here's my attempt, and it's getting darker. So this was the trade-off. We were supposed to go to the lighthouse, but this just looks so welcoming. And instead of a yellow brick road, we just have a dirt road. Actually, it's rock. Now remember, we can't frolic too long on this. At least we have we're gonna have some warning when the water does come back in. I don't know if you can see the village behind me, but it's there. I feel like I'm in no man's land. Oh Jesus, this is all slimy. It's so close, but it's so far, and boy is it windy. Oh, I'm sure the wind's picking up on the mics. Enjoy that on the playback. Wow, that is some wind. And just so you know, if you ever do this, it's very, very slick for obvious reasons. And it's interesting. I have a feeling this is an area where people congregate because of the wind to come out on their surfboards, windsurfing boards, all that stuff. Anyway, let's take a look from the view and then get back. I'm kind of creeping myself out right now. Hey, look at this car. Wonder how the heck they got this one here. Oh, I think it's a paddle boat. It's one of those things that you can go out on, yeah. What's that rule of thumb, you know? You should only go to a place if you see other people at it. You think I'm kidding? There's some truth to this. Alright, so here we go. This is the view I wanted to look at. Oh, this is, you know what? This is where the Sea Cadets train. Oh my God. Wind's picking up. Well, this is kind of weird. I can't get up there. It's locked. And here's the view again. I guess this is your little tidal area. Again, it's got an eerie feel to it. Alright, let's go back. So this was from 1742, this gate right here. I like it says Jersey Youth Service. But there's no way to get up top. And then, all right, I guess we might as well look at this view while we're at it. All right, maybe I gave up on the view. Look at this ladder. You can see where people put their boats in, though, over here. You can see the chains. I wonder how high the tide really comes up. Well, this was a little anticlimactic. Like, hey, let's go over here. And we can't even get up to the cool part. Okay, well, maybe we can still beat this storm back. I don't know. Alright, well, I feel better now. I see a family coming out here. So clearly, maybe they saw me and they're like, oh, we got plenty of time. Or they're idiots. It's either one or the same. What's that saying again? Like, who's the more foolish? The people following the foolish person? Or, yeah, the others? I'll have to look that up. Alright, that was stupid. That was really stupid. I was walking back down where it was slick, and I had to jump off because it literally was like an ice rink. Thankfully I had sneakers on, but just not a good move. So, clouds are getting more intense. Wind's picking up more. We're gonna go back, we'll take a break, and who knows, maybe we'll pick this up again later. If not, we'll do it tomorrow. So, alright, see you in a bit.